discipline, through self-discipline, you develop like an armor for your mind.
You just need to have discipline, you need to lock in, and you need to do it whether you feel like you're not.
Now, I think that does have some merit, but it's not the whole story. So the way I think of discipline is like, discipline is when you are getting yourself to do something that you don't feel like doing.
Just me, but it feels like this year has gone by so fast. The fact that we're already halfway through 2024, the fact that half of it is already gone, and it got me thinking about January. Got me thinking about the resolutions and the goals and objectives that we all set out to do or achieve throughout the year. And theoretically speaking, at this point, we should all be in some way, shape or form, halfway there. Because in my mind that makes sense. But how is that actually going? How is your goals or everything that you sought out to do actually progress throughout these past few months? Are you making progress towards being that person that you said you would a few months ago? Or you're just back in the loop? Or you back doing the same old, the things that got me thinking about, you know what? Let's change the script. We are halfway. There is another 6 months left in the year to make the most out of it, to do something with this time and make the progress or be the people that we sought out to be throughout the year. And I feel like the biggest struggle when it comes to that is consistency. We all just either get burnt out, or the idea of it just is what put us full steam ahead to say that, you know what, I'm gonna get this done, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna be who, what, where, and all of that. But steam dies. You start to run out of steam very quickly when the work is either a lot and you get overwhelmed, and it's hard. It will get hard. It will be difficult. And I feel like a lot of us relate to that, because staying consistent, that's the hard part. Staying strong and disciplined to keep going when you know you're tired, when you know that you don't want to do this or eat that healthy meal or skip out on the sweets or anything else. That's the hard part. But it's not about beating ourselves up. It's about finding a new way to approach this. It's about finding a new way about attacking this goal that, you know what, we make the most out of these next 6 months. Let's break it down. What you're gonna need is just a book. Any book, piece of paper, pen, whatever else. You're gonna be there for the next 10 or so minutes. If it's you pausing the video or after this or whenever else, just sit down, put some time aside to write down the things that you want to achieve. Or if it's not the stuff that you already sought out to achieve at the beginning of the year, re-look at that. Write it down and see, you know what, this is my goal, and these are going to be the small steps that I'm going to do to achieve that. If that's running a marathon, if that's losing weight, if that's changing my diet or whatever else, whatever objective you have, if that's reading a book. For instance, running a marathon, about 0.01% of people have run a marathon. Not to say that the majority of the population can't, is because they haven't. That's the difference in mindset. The fact that you're able to do all of this if you just put in the hard work, if you have the discipline to make things happen. That's the difference between being stuck where you are or being better than yesterday. It's you getting better progressively, year on year, 1% each time, being better than where you left off or where you started. It's like you have another 6 months to redeem yourself, that you get better by 1%. And all of that's gonna compound. You're gonna look back and think, wow, what a dramatic change and all of that. But it's just you putting the time, effort, having the discipline, consistency to make that stuff happen, to make that dream come true. It's also about setting realistic deadlines. If you know that something is coming up and you need to get your act together now, of course it's not gonna work. It's a lot of pressure. To get all of that done today, to go finish whatever you had now or whenever the deadline is, believe me, I feel like a lot of us are procrastinators. I like to consider myself a professional procrastinator. It's a very bad trait to have, but I know as soon as I have a deadline and 2 weeks, I have 2 weeks to do whatever I want, and within those last 3 hours of the assignment or whatever is due, I will get it done. But that's completely backwards. The fact that it's just mind games. I'm giving myself unnecessary pressure because that's telling me that, you know what, there's no other way around it. That it has to be done by this time, this exact date, in this specific time period. That's all the criteria or boundaries that I've put myself within, knowing that, you know what, there is no other way around it. That it has to be done now. But if I broke it down bit by bit, if I made little steps here, I would have had 2 weeks to do whatever I wanted instead of forcing myself to do this for the next 3 hours. And that's just the difference in mindset. So with your goals, make actionable steps. Make bit by bit. If it's running a marathon, about 40 or so kilometers far, and I'm over here, I'm practicing to run. For instance, per week I'd go for a jog. We'll say 15 kilometers. I do 15. That's 60 kilometers at the end of the month. I have ran the distance of a marathon and a bit more because I'm over here and I broke it down. I said, you know what, for 3 times out of the week, I'm just gonna go for a jog. I'm gonna go for a nice 5K jog. Doesn't matter how I finish, doesn't matter how I feel at the end, I'm gonna get that 5K done. And that's a lot more approachable than actually just having 45 kilometers and doing it now in one go. Because firstly, you're not conditioned for that. You're not ready for that. Yet, if you're there, you're putting in the work and putting in the hours behind it, you're gonna see progress. That's why I'm saying, get a book. As soon as you accomplish something, as soon as you make a little bit of progress, scratch it out. Show yourself that, you know what, I did something this week. I did something today. Scratch it out. That's it. You can visually see yourself get better and better because last week you didn't do that. The days before you didn't do that either. But you did today. Today is day one. And also celebrate the small wins. Celebrate when you make progress, when you do something, when you scratch out a to-do list or anything else that comes up. Because fundamentally, reward yourself with small victories along the way. That's what you have to do for yourself. You have to be your number one cheerleader when it comes to all of this. Because if you're not rooting for you, who will? I understand that there's people around you, but if you're not supporting you or believe in yourself, who will? Because I won't believe into someone that doesn't believe in themselves. All the top performing athletes or everyone, they all had a vision, worked hard and believed in themselves and their craft. That's how they became somebody. That's how you become one of the greats, and in our instance, better than yesterday. Being a better version of ourselves. And also be flexible with yourself. Understand that things will come up again. Understand that you will get tired. You will lose steam again here and here. Be flexible with yourself. Reevaluate and reflect and be like, you know what? I'm tired. I'm not saying give up, but you're tired, so take a day off. Write down, do something else. Focus on one of your other skills. Or just take it easy. Have a self-care day. Another thing is just having an accountability partner. If that's a friend or a family member or someone that's close to you, just to keep you in check. Just to keep motivating you and be your cheerleader. Be that person that motivates you and pushes you further than you knew that you were possible. Than you knew that you could do. Those are the people that you should surround yourself with. You should surround yourself with winners. Put yourself out there. Work hard. And if you don't have these people around you, be that person for yourself. Go out. If you're over there, you're putting in the hours, you know that you did. Because it's mind over matter, and that's all. And now this is where I need your help. Is that I need you to be my personal accountability partner. And we're going to keep each other in check. Is that throughout these past 6 months, I've only uploaded less than a handful of videos. And I want to upload more. I want to be more consistent when it comes to all of that. So I'm going to be here. I'm going to write it down. So that's what I'm saying. Go get yourself a book. Go get yourself some place where you can write this stuff down. All the stuff that you want to achieve, and put steps, put bullet points so you can cross out at each time to say, you know what, I'm a little bit better. I've made a little bit of progress, and we're gonna keep each other in check, because I want to upload a lot more. I want to be more consistent when it comes to YouTube. And everything else that I wrote down as my goals for the rest of this year. We're gonna keep each other accountable. This is comeback season. This is time for you to put all of this stuff back together. This is time for you to re-look at yourself and look back in the mirror and think, you know what? It's not over till it's over. I'm still in the game. You got this. You're still in the game. You are capable of achieving those goals. And it all starts with you. If you don't believe in you, then who will? It starts here, it starts in the mind. And be kind to yourself. Understand that things do come up and stuff does get in the way or changes whatever you had in your schedule. Doesn't mean that it won't get done. It just means that it won't get done right now or how you want to. But if you're there, you still work on it, it will be done. Just believe and put in the work. Thank you for watching, and if you liked the video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.